Welcome to your latest video weather briefing. This is Alex Tardy from the National Weather Service. We're going to discuss the recent heavy rains briefly and then a return of some moisture in our forecast. This video is about 3 minutes long. Recent rainfall was quite intense, especially on August 3rd. Here we highlight some areas around Ramona, Borrego, east of Temecula, in Riverside County, and then our biggest areas of rainfall and impact were Oak Glen, Forest Falls, and the Mount Baldy region. And not to leave out some of the desert region as well, in the high deserts, and also areas near Redlands. Rainfall that occurred in these regions shown here was between 2 to 4 inches in just 2 hours or less. That's 2 to 4 inches of rainfall, very intense, and also across steep terrain. And here were some of the impacts: large debris flows of mud and rock, cars buried, cars swept away, considerable damage to buildings and roadways that are still under repair. Here's our forecast outlook for thunderstorms. There is a slight chance of thunderstorms on Sunday, very slight chance. Our better chance looks to be next week, Monday through Wednesday, but we want to emphasize low confidence in this forecast. Low confidence because the brunt of the moisture looks like it'll stay to our east, and we'll show that on the weather maps coming up. Nonetheless, there is a threat for thunderstorms on the desert slopes and the mountains, and that'll be mainly Monday to Wednesday as moisture tries to return. Also want to mention there is a threat over the weekend for increased elevated rip current activity on our beaches. Here's the weather pattern that we're talking about for Sunday and Monday that'll try to draw some of that monsoon moisture in. It'll be a battle between the upper level high pressure over the Four Corners region and the Great Basin and a rather strong upper level low as shown here over the eastern Pacific. That'll help draw some moisture into Northern California. But the main monsoon moisture, as shown here, looks like it'll move into southeastern California and then turn east into the Great Basin. This shows it very well here. The deep moisture is the purple shade, and that purple shade of moisture will be drawn northward and then turn the corner into the Great Basin. Precipitation forecast also shows it across the United States. You can see monsoon moisture will be right on the edge of it here. This is just a general outlook for August 9 through 14. But perhaps some significant precipitation will occur in parts of Northern California where they've had recent fires. And also note the heavier precipitation in the desert Southwest. We also want to briefly discuss the longer range outlook for August. It looks to be that ridge of high pressure, kind of in a double fashion here, will build over Oregon and California and the eastern Pacific. That'll initially bring a significant warm-up, especially for Northern California and the Pacific Northwest. So above normal temperatures really for all of the far west, and that's for the week of August 18th. Please check the weather hazards that may be in effect at weather.gov San Diego for all watches, advisories, and warnings. And you can follow us on other social media outlets such as Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for tuning in to this video presentation.